Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2020 commencement ceremony for the College of Education and Human Services of Montclair State University. For your safety, we ask that you please wear face coverings at all times, stay 6 feet away from those not in your group, and follow instructions from our event staff. Please remain in your places until the conclusion of our brief ceremony. When the ceremony is over, our event staff will release you by sections in order to ensure social distancing, so please follow their instructions. We want you to enjoy this experience, so we also ask you to please silence all electronic devices. And now, will you please welcome the class of 2020 graduates from the College of Education and Human Services. Graduates, please rise as the academic processional will now begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the President of Montclair State University, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, the Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, University Distinguished Faculty and Staff, and our student speaker.
Welcome, everybody. Please be seated. I am Dr. Tamara Lucas, Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, and it's my great pleasure to welcome to the podium the President of Montclair State University, Dr. Susan A. Cole.
Thank you. Welcome, graduates, guests, faculty, staff, to the 2020 undergraduate commencement exercises for the College of Education and Human Services at Montclair State University. Please rise for the national anthem. It is being sung by Lisbelkis Santana. It's a recording from the 1919 commencement exercises when she graduated.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Graduates, hello. It's so good to see you in person, on campus. Welcome back to Montclair State. We promised we would celebrate your achievements as soon as the governor said it was safe enough to gather in person, and here we are. These past several months have been a difficult time for you and for us. We have marveled at your tenacity and resilience in the face of adversity, and we are proud of all that you have accomplished in your time at Montclair State, including this last semester when you did not let the pandemic keep you from reaching your goal. As we gather for this most unusual commencement ceremony, we are buoyed by the bountiful energy and potential of the graduates whose achievements will be marked by the conferral of their degrees. As events of the last few months have shown, you are entering a world that has many important economic, social, environmental, governmental, and public health issues in urgent need of your attention. And today you join the next class of citizens prepared by your education to make a meaningful contribution to the hard work it takes to build a peaceful, prosperous, equitable, and just society. The education you have acquired has been in part to enable you to become the person you want to be in this world, but also to enable you to become the kind of citizen that our nation and the world needs. The role of public universities such as Montclair State is critical to sustaining a free and democratic society, for to be a responsible and contributing citizen in a democracy takes preparation and it takes education. You have had the privilege of that education, and many people have worked hard to make that privilege possible for you, including your faculty and advisors at the university, your family and friends who are so proud of you today, and many people who you will never know, your fellow citizens whose taxes help support your education, and many, many generous alumni and donors who shared what they had to support scholarships and make educational resources available to the university for you. And now it's up to you, and you must let nothing stand between you and your future. This is a time of fear. People are afraid. But you must have courage. You must be brave. And you must never give up on yourself. At this moment, I would like to pause so that we can remember together some of your fellow students whose lives were cut short and who will never have the chance to stand where you stand today. Let us remember Pierre Puente de la Vega, Corinne Gwaltney, Griffin Klaus, Christian Niles, Michaela Powell, and Jeremy Thompson. And I also want to acknowledge and send our collective best wishes to 14 of your fellow undergraduates who were called away from their studies and their families this year to serve on the front lines in the National Guard's COVID-19 response. They are out there serving at hospitals, nursing homes, testing centers, and building field hospitals. They are Edith Argueta, Melissa Castelli, Marcos de Leon, Mercedes Flores, Daniel Herrera, Christopher Langle, Lucian Lloyd, Nolan Muganda, Alicia Pierre, Nicholas Ritter, Anthony Steiner, James Suarez, Diego Tanaka, and Victoria Vallejo. We thank them, we thank those Red Hawks for their service to the nation, and we hope for the time when they can come back here to this campus safely. Class of 2020, you have been called the class of COVID. But I have said, and you have heard me say, you are not the virus. You are the cure. You are the cure. Now more than ever, the world needs committed, well-prepared people who can take on the immense challenges we are facing. Your education at Montclair State has prepared you for this moment. I have watched you with pride this year and have seen that you have not been brought down by this crisis. On the contrary, you have been strengthened by it, you have been toughened by it, you have learned from it, and you are readier than ever to go out and make your way in this world. Before we go further in the ceremony, I want to pause here to acknowledge and to thank the many staff people. You have seen them, you can see them in their red shirts all over, who volunteered to serve as ushers, greeters, and coordinators, the many people who did the planning for this event, so that we could bring this day to you, the day you've been waiting for, and we could do it safely. So thank you to all the staff who made it possible. And now I'll turn our ceremony over to Dean Tamara Lucas.
Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Education and Human Services, I'm very pleased to welcome you to the 2020 commencement ceremonies for our graduates. Before I turn to you, graduates, I do first want to welcome the families and friends who are here to celebrate you. I know that many of you have made important sacrifices and have provided many types of support and encouragement to make this day possible. So I want to thank you and congratulate you for your role in the success of the graduates today. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge that I know that many of you graduates are missing some important people in your lives today you would like to have here. I'm sure that some families and friends were not able to be here because of the COVID-19 pandemic for a variety of reasons, which could be health-related or just they couldn't travel to New Jersey from somewhere else. And we are missing them. We would like to have full bleachers here today, and I'm sure you would. But I know they are proud of your accomplishments, and I hope you will be able to celebrate safely with all of them sometime in the near future. And finally, I want to acknowledge the faculty and staff of the College of Education and Human Services. Those who are not able to be here send their regrets that they can't be here for this important and celebratory event. I know they've provided you with an excellent education and have also provided support in many ways as you have pursued the degrees you are being awarded today. They send their congratulations. I also want to thank Dr. Peter Flynn, Professor of Theater and Dance in the College of the Arts at Montclair State, for serving as our reader of names today. Thank you. Now I want to turn to you, graduates. In a few minutes, each one of you will get to walk across the stage and have your name called out. It's a really special moment, and I'm glad you're all here to experience it. You've dedicated years of hard work towards your education, and today is the formal culmination of all that work. And I know it feels great. I hope you feel especially good and proud that you've been able to persevere through the COVID-19 semester. The fact that you graduated during this challenging time makes your success even more impressive. It shows your resilience, as President Cole said, in facing and overcoming challenges, and that resilience will no doubt serve you well throughout your life. Each one of you has a unique set of aspirations and dreams and accomplishments, and each of you has traveled your own road to get to this point. Most of you have faced some challenges along the way. They might have been financial or personal or health-related, but that didn't stop you. You did it, and I'm really happy for you and proud of you, and I hope you feel that way about yourselves today. As graduates of the College of Education and Human Services, all of you have accepted a calling to contribute to the well-being of society. That's what we do in the College of Education and Human Services. Through outstanding academic programs in education and the human service fields, with nationally recognized faculty who are also great teachers, as you well know, you've been well prepared to contribute to the ability of others to improve their lives, and you will be changing lives in your careers. You're needed now more than ever. New Jersey, the United States, and the world need your knowledge, your skills, your commitment, your energy, and your compassion. Now it's up to you to take what you've learned and go out there and make a difference. As a graduate of the College of Education and Human Services, I trust that each of you will accept this challenge with enthusiasm and will work to fulfill our college mission to create a healthier, better educated, more just society. And don't forget us at Montclair State. Keep in touch through your faculty, your friends, and our alumni office. You are now shortly to be officially alumni. I wish each of you a life of good health, joy, fulfillment, and success. Congratulations. Now please welcome your classmate and public health major, Fatimata Diabate.
Good afternoon, class of 2020, families and friends. My name is Fatimata Diabate. In other words, Fatmata Jabate. I am the daughter from the land of the Ivory Coast in West Africa. In 2002, when I was just 8 years old, I left my parents' homeland to come to the United States. My academic preparation was very poor, and I had a lot of catching up to do. But I had a mission to succeed in life. Something powerful inside of me always kept me moving forward. I didn't know what it was for a very long time, but I've come to recognize it as resilience. It was resilience that opened the door for me back in 2015, after I initially did not get accepted to Montclair State University. I called admissions and I asked, why? What can I do to help myself become a stronger candidate? The woman I spoke to said, no student had ever called to ask how they can better their future. She said, let me see what I can do for you. She called me back and said that the EOF, the Educational and Opportunity Fund program, would give me a chance. To this day, I don't know who that woman was, but she was the first of many miracles in my life. I entered Montclair State that year full of fear. I was the first person in my family to ever step foot on a college campus. But I was determined to receive a college education and was prepared to do whatever it took. As I reflect on my college experience, I think of the well-known phrase, it takes a village to raise a child. For when I first entered the College of Education and Human Services, I was indeed a child, without a clue, lacking important academic skills. And now, as I leave, I am a young woman with the help of professors, advisors, fellow students, and so many others. And a lot of hard work has found her voice and has learned to trust her thoughts and has a lot to say. From that woman in admissions who took a chance on me to the countless of people who have helped me when I needed it, this college has rewarded my resilience. To my fellow graduates, we each have a story to tell about how we got to this moment in our lives. Whether you were the kid who lived off of food stamps, or the kid who has never experienced any economic hardships, you have a story to tell. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. And as we move on to the next chapters of our lives, let us continue to seek our own inner strength. Let us be open to accepting help from others. The world can seem pretty scary, especially at this moment. But remember, none of us should have to go it alone. Together, we have indescribable powers. Never forget to speak up or speak out. Let us use our college degrees to change the narrative of our future journeys. And for those who come behind us, once again, congratulations to the class of 2020. I can't wait to see what's next for us. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I will call on Provost Willard Gingrich to help us begin the conferment of degree ceremony.
President Cole, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled who have successfully completed the curricula offered by the College of Education and Human Services of Montclair State University have been so certified by the university registrar, and they are recommended by the faculty to be awarded bachelor's degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. You will notice that some of our students have gold tassels on their mortarboards, signifying that they are graduating cum laude with honors, magna cum laude with high honors, and summa cum laude with highest honors. Will those undergraduates who are graduating with honors and the families of these undergraduates please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Your family, friends, and fellow students, join me in applauding your success. You may be seated.
President Cole, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce the members of the May 2020 graduating class. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please come forward to receive your individual acknowledgement? While you wait to cross the stage, please keep at least 6 feet of distance between you and those around you, and slide your name card through the slot in the plexiglass barrier to the reader. For health and safety reasons, we can't shake your hands this year, but we certainly applaud your achievements.
Remy Nicole Nunziato. Stephanie Heyman Yang. Sharon Grace Magarino. Dina Luz Rodriguez. Gabriela Melendez. Krista Janae Tell. Nisreen Awauda. Michael J. Hayes. Michelle Rose Johnson. Johanna Y. Graves. Penelope Denise Barinas. Ayana N. Wiltshire. Krista Ann Matera. Caroline Kelly Cerny. Bertha Yvonne Valladares. Liliana Patricia Mantilla. Heather Pastor. Colleen Maeve Larkin. Julissa Gladys Puig. Dana Marie Galassa. Madeline M. Asquith. Brianna Lynn DiChara. Fabiana Martins Rocha. Victoria Batista. Shelby Rebecca Leader. Savannah Jean Strum. Christina Marie Colon. Alexa Ann Lombardi. Courtney Faith Karkovsky. Bridget Mena. Gabriella Trajeski. Brooke Iris Frischman. Rose Maria Velli. Giselle Carolina Rodriguez. Dara B. Rana. Susie S. O. Kimberly Giselle Perez. Jada Nicole Lindsay. Michelle Lee Squalacci. Amanda Nicole Orlandino. Renee Alice Marcenzic. Daniela Maria Masdonati. Melanie Maria Parisi. Bessa Adili. Julianne Rydell. Kristen Nicole O'Connor. Victoria Ann Moss. Julissa Nicole Zavalos. Victoria Mariala Salguero. Brianna Michelle DeLucia. Tatiana Karam. Christine Grace Kelly. Aaron Githel Endaz. Brianna Angelica Casagrande. Maria Florencia Cocos. Veronica Tapia. Genevieve Judy Alvarez. Heather Renee Gonzalez. Allison B. Sorelli. Maddie Grace Freeman. Keely Shea Wynn. Ishara Q. Carrasquillo. Kamal Ali Elazabi. Tori Lynn Carcillo. Briani Marie Alvarez. Emily Jean Lichtenberger. Cindy Fernandez. Ava Gale. Adriana Antunes. Sarah Elizabeth Lacardo. Grace Marie Johnson. Kelly Ann Morgan. Alexis Ann Jimenez. Daphne Vachons. Julissa Alejo. Erica Nicole Vega. Weatherly Crismel Almonte. Gabrielle Nicole Visconi. Danielle Victoria Arnold. Michelle D. Stewart. Alexandra May Krugel. Lisa Marie Hagel. Ava Alisi. Sophia Maria Logothetis. Kaylee Jordan Bockhorn. Rowan Zuby. Jamie L. Faquette. Ana Mercedes Andrade. Anissa Sophia Naesha Elliott. Tiffany Williams. Alexis Kelly Reynolds. Lauren Rose Fernandez. Nicole J. Inseta. Amanda Caroline Gelberg. Jazea Rodriguez. Nisha King Wiggins. Brianna Nicole Goff. Alyssa Marie Getzi. Brittany Ann Lackey. Amanda Marie Lopez. Deshauna Betty Williams. Christiana Dinocenzo. Rajeshri Joshi. Arti Patel. Olivia Catherine Hartos. Charity Elaine Kelly. Maisha S. Dawson. Priscilla A. Bach. Brianna Marie Guerrero. Chriselle Rose Dabal. Kevin Kleiner. Bridget Bedoya. Grace Marie Colon. Karina Escobar. Daniela Goncalves. Evelyn Victoria Richardson Thomas. Maria Esther Martinez. Elise Catherine Huntington. Onifa Latoya Murray. And Christopher David Moscoso.
Will all the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? And will the families of the bachelor's candidates please rise with your graduates? President Cole, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Thank you, Dean Lucas. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey and the Board of Trustees of Montclair State University, and in recognition of your achievement in fulfilling the curricula prescribed, I confer upon you as earned the designated bachelor's degree with all the rights, duties, privileges, and immunities thereunto appertaining, of which the diploma is the written witness. Congratulations, graduates. Provost Gingrich will join me. Provost Gingrich will join me in the undergraduate tassel ceremony. Graduates, when the provost signals with the mace, you will move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. Are you ready? And there you have it. It is now official. Congratulations, graduates, and please be seated. This concludes the Montclair State University commencement exercises for the College of Education and Human Services. I would ask everyone to please remain seated until the recessional is complete. Graduates, when it is time for you to recess, please remember to stay 6 feet apart and follow all staff instructions as you exit Sprague Field. To our guests, we are so delighted to have been able to welcome you to the campus today and to have enabled you to be able to share this moment with your graduates. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, for our guests, for your safety, please wait for the event staff to release you section by section. To everybody, stay safe, stay well, be brave, have courage, and congratulations to all. Thank you.